Good morning, all of you. Thank you so much for joining to the fifth session of Learn Excel short training course. So let me recap what we learned on last Thursday. So last Thursday we learned about how to freeze panes and conditional formatting, color scales, and how to do a VLOOKUP. So today we are going to learn conditional formatting data bars, how to do an Hlookup, and also pivot tables. So last Thursday, Mr. Sheran made a request to learn about mail merge, but Mr. Sheran, I will be doing mail merge on another training because mail merge is something to do with Word and including an Excel table. So I will take that session to another forum. Which I will do to all of you because I know you all are eager to learn about that as well. So let me start today's session. Right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can
Okay.
see.
Thank you so much. Right. Um, okay. So first we'll learn about conditional formatting data bars. So this is an example of information. So you have the students and subjects and marks, right? So now you want to make this result, the marks which is given out of 100, into a data bar. So how you are going to do that is using conditional formatting. So you can select the entire area which you want to give the conditional formatting, and in the home tab go to conditional formatting. When you go, last week we selected the color scales, right? So if you can remember, subject by subject we gave a coding so that the colors are changing automatically. But now here we are going to give a data bar. uh, Let me show you. So when you go to data bars, you can select on a option that is already available here. If not, I will show you how we can go to more rules and give a little bit of advanced features. So when you click on here, can you see? So here the data bar is shown. If you change it to 30, it will automatically. If it is 100, it's completely filled, right? So this is how you can add a data bar to your Excel to show graphically some information. So this shouldn't have to be, the marks. What I am giving you all here is just the concept, so you all can make use of it according to the work that you all are doing. So if any one of you all want to remove this number, so if you want to show only the data bar, let me show you how it is to be done. Go to, again select the section. In the home tab, go to conditional formatting, select data bars, go to more rules, and then from here you can select. So there are many features, so you all can read through all these, like, so you all can actually give format only cells that contain. So you all can give certain uh, like conditions, right? So I'm just going to show you a normal one to this data set. So here you can select the color scales. So let's select green, and here you have the show bar only. So the format style is data bar. uh, when you select show bar only, then you will not see the values, right? It's only the bar. So let's say you type 100 here, it will be a completely filled bar. If you type 50, it will be half filled. So this is for you to graphically represent some of the information in Excel. So, okay, was this clear? Anyone who would like to know more? Uh, any clarifications before I move on to the next section? Did you all know about these data bars until now?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have one clarification that I just want to put for an example the data bar and values on the
Shira?
next column. Hello. Can you hear? 10 years.
Okay, right. Miss Nirmi, uh, Miss Jayadarshana, was that clear? Any questions before I move on?
It was clear.
Right.
Good morning, Mr. Ayesh. It's clear, Mr. Ayesh.
All right. Good morning to you. Thank you very much. Okay, let me move on to the next. Right. So that is Hlookup. So last week y'all learned about VLOOKUP, which is the vertical aspect of doing the lookup. Now we are using the horizontal lookup, the Hlookup. So here uh, it is a similar database. If you can remember last time, the details of a single person, we had it in a row, but this time we are having the details of a single person in a column. So you might encounter different sheets like this, right? So you might have a sheet that contains information of a single person in a column or in a row. So if you have two sheets that are containing information in a column, right, you have to use an Hlookup if you want to extract information. So if you can see here, now in this table, so yes, this. So here you have the EPF number, the first name, and the branch. And in this table, you don't have the branch. But what we are going to do here is to get the branch detail through an Hlookup, right? Let me give the equation. So it's equal Hlookup. When you type only two words HL, you will get the equation, the formula. You can double click on that, and then it's asking for the lookup value. So this is the common value that we are going to look up in both the sheets. So you have to select the common value in both the sheets, which is the lookup value, and then again comma. Then you have to select the table array. So if you can remember, I told you when we are selecting the table array, even for the VLOOKUP, you have to select in the VLOOKUP, you have to select the columns starting from the common number. So here in the Hlookup, you have to select the rows starting from the common number as the first row, right? Then only you will get the accurate Hlookup. So EPF is the common number. So you have selected the area starting from the row that contains the EPF number, starting from row 4, right? So you have selected the area, again comma. Now you have to select the row number. Since we made the selection from row 4 to 6, the result that we are looking for is available in the third row as per our selection. So you have to mention the row number as 3 because we want to get the branch detail, and the branch detail is available in the third row as per our selection. So type number 3, and if you can remember, uh, last time also I said if we want an exact match, we can include a 0 or we can simply type false, right? And then enter. Okay. So here you have the value. And then you can just drag it to all the other columns. So you will have the Hlookup. Okay. Do you want me to do? I actually wanted to do the Hlookup again because this is very much similar to the VLOOKUP. So in case you have not understood the concept of VLOOKUP, I thought you will get it now when I do the Hlookup, which is very much similar. Um, the only difference being we are doing the VLOOKUP for a horizontal data selection, sorry, for a vertical data selection, and we are doing the Hlookup for a horizontal data selection. So, right. Can I know whether this was clear? or you want me to demonstrate again? Anyone? Okay. Miss Bhagya, how about you? Do you want me to demonstrate it again?
No, Mr. Ayesh, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, what about the others? Do you want me to demonstrate again? Let me just do it one more time in case it was not clear. Right. So, you have two data tables, right? And this table is in a horizontal manner, right? You can see the EPF numbers are placed horizontally, not vertically, and the first names likewise. So when you have two tables like this, if you want to extract information from one of the sheets to another sheet, you have to give a H lookup, not a V lookup. So in this, so you have the person's name, level, but you want to get the branch detail. In this sheet, you have the person's name and the branch detail. You want to get these information into one sheet. So are you going to just go through, find Samal, and then his branch is LNU, go to this sheet, now find Samal, okay, copy and paste. Is it what you're going to do? No. You're going to give a H lookup. So the equation is equal. When you type HL, you will get the H lookup. Double click on that, and then as I told, you have to have a common value in both the sheets because that is how this record will be tracked down, right? So the common value in both the sheets is the EPF number because you can't go by the first name because there can be three summers, right? There are many summers. So go by the EPF number, click on that comma, then you have to select the table array that you are going to look for. So always the common value should be in the first row of the selection. So when you are selecting, make sure you select with the EPF number as the first row. So if the EPF number was in one of the below columns and the branch detail which you want to extract was above the EPF number row, you can just cut and paste the EPF number row so that it will be above the row that contains the information you want to extract. When you select this area, you press comma again, and then you want to give the row number of which you are going to extract the information. So you want to get the branch detail. It is available in the third row as per our selection. We selected from fourth to sixth rows. So then you type 3 and you can give whether you want an exact match or a close match. So we always want to get an exact match when we are doing the VLOOKUP or the HLOOKUP. So either you can type false, or if not, you can type a 0, right? And then press enter. The formula is complete. So here you will have the HLOOKUP. Okay. With that, I will move on to the next tip. So that is pivot tables. Pivot tables are also very important and also plays a big role when you are generating reports. So let's say, now look at this information. So you have the grades, the subjects, students, and the location. So sometimes, now when we have this information, now even from the management, or it can be your supervisor, or it can be for your use to make certain decisions based on the information you have, right? So let's say now you want to see, okay, how many students are there in Lyceum Nugegoda as per your data sheet. So are you going to put up a filter and then you're going to sort this as per ascending order, and then you are going to see, okay, or if you are going to see, okay, you are going to filter out Lyceum Nugegoda, and then you are going to count how many students, 188. Is this what you are going to do? Or let's say someone asks how many students are studying Sinhala subject. Okay, so are you going to give a filter and then type single and then tell okay 187. Let me tell you a smart way to generate these reports the way you want using pivot tables. Select this sorry table, select this data source and then go to insert. I think I have encountered a small problem. Okay. Okay, let me quickly copy paste this to another sheet. I think I have encountered an error in this Excel. So let me quickly paste. Okay, let me quickly type this. I think some error has occurred. Right. Okay. So let's say you want to insert these data into a pivot table, right? As I said, now pivot table is for you to make decisions easily and also to represent data the way you want or the way you have to provide. Now this only contains just data, like, so you can't at a glance see okay how many students are there in total from Kurunagala, how many students are there from grade 1 or in Kurunagala. and how many students are there from grade 3 in Kurunegala. So let me show you how to represent this information easily using a pivot table. So select on this data and go to insert, select pivot table, and then this is the selection area that you have selected, and you can select a new sheet to get this pivot. Okay, so this is how you will have. So you will have a options menu in your right hand side. So let's say now under this here, under pivot table areas, you will see the filters, the columns, rows, and the values. So let's say now you want to see uh, how many students are there in these locations, right? So you take location to a row, you just drag and drop. Okay, so these are the information that is available in this table, all the information in these columns. So it is referred into here, right? So you select the location, double click, drag and drop, huh? So you can drag and drop it to the rows here. Okay, so you can see the 3 locations that we have in that sheet. Into the columns, you drag and drop the students, right? So here, then you can, sorry, you drag and drop the students into the rows again. Then you can see, okay, right. So what you have to do is you have to take, uh, now you want to see how many students are there in total in Lyceum Kurunagala. So you have to drag and drop the students part to the, okay, I think that is small problem. Let me just insert a new pivot table. I'm really sorry. All right. So you drag and drop the locations to the rows field, and then you drag and drop the student count to the to the values field, right? So here the rows and the values. So then you can see how many students are there under each location. So earlier we just saw, so okay, you can't decide, right, how many students are there in total in Kurunagal. So here where it's very simple, right? So you want to show, you want to see how many students are there in total in these 3 locations. So here it's automatically counted. Now let's see, you want to add another section. Now you want to see how many students are there from Kurunagal studying these 3 subjects, right? English, Sinhala, Tamil. Then you drag and drop the subject into the columns. Okay, see, now you can see the location Kurunagal. Okay, there are no students who are studying English, but there are 90 who are studying Sinhala, and then 10 who are studying Tamil, and then the total is this. So you can at a glance, it's very easy for you to see, right? So here Kurunagal grand total 100. So likewise, and then you want to see the grade also. Okay, so you want to see the grade, so you can put the grade into the uh, rows, right? So here now you can see, okay, from Lyceum Kurunagala, in grade 1 you have 20 students studying Sinhala, and then you have 70 students studying Sinhala in grade 3, and in grade 4 you have 10. So that is how the total is being calculated, right? Again, so you can see from Lyceum Panadura, there are only 10 students studying English, 30 studying Tamil, and then the total comes to 40. So likewise, you can actually play around in this pivot table. You can get the information the way you want just from a single sheet like this, right? Isn't it cool? I mean, like, it's very easy. So you can generate the reports the way you want by just playing around. So let's take out all these fields. And can anyone suggest how you want to see any information? So let's do that exercise. Can someone suggest what you want to see at a glance from this set of data? Can anyone suggest? So we can derive that information from this sheet. Nobody. Okay. Miss Nirmi.
Yes, Mr. Ayesh.
Right. Can you suggest some information that you want to see out of this selection? So we will put the pivot table to that.
Yeah, like the number of students who are doing English in each branch.
Okay. Number of students who are doing English in each branch. Right. So here you put the location, so that is the branch, into the rows, and then you want to see the number of students who are doing English. Then subject, here we drag and drop the subject to the columns. Okay, so you got the English here, right? And then again, you take the students, drag and drop it to the values. Okay, here you go. So you can see there are 10 for English in Nugegoda, 60 for English in Panadura. You can see the totals, right? So by looking at this sheet, it's very difficult for you to see, right? So how most, I have seen how most are doing. So they are just, using these filters, and then they used to filter out the branches, and then filter out the subjects, right? And then get the counts. So this way is very easy using pivot tables. So was this clear for all of you? So we have almost come to the end of today's session. So was it clear, or do you want me to explain further? Any gray areas? All clear? Okay, right. So with that, let me share the short key for the day. So the short key is Alter plus, if you can see, just next to the backspace button in your computer, you have a plus and equal sign button, right? So if you want to get the auto sum, you can select, uh, here, let me take the auto sum. So you want to take the total count of all the students in this table, select, alter. Okay, so here you go. You don't have to go into here, home, and then click on AutoSum. So when you are using Excel, it's always easy to remember these short keys. So let me show it to you again. Select on this area, and you have to select the down cell as well. No need to select down selection. Alt plus, yes. You just have to select on the uh, range of the data you want to get the sum. Uh, just click Alt plus, uh, plus and equal sign, the button that contains plus and equal sign, which is in between the minus and the backspace in your keypad. Okay, so here you go, you have the auto sum. Right. Are we good to conclude today's session? Any requests on Excel for the session that we are going to do on Thursday from any of you? Okay. I would like if y'all could speak up, so then it's very easy for me to understand whether y'all are understanding or whether do I need to change my style. So I would really like to have your feedback. And can I know, since today's fifth session, how this session has been to y'all? Was this helpful? Did y'all learn something? And can I know about any suggestions that y'all have, if y'all need for me to change the way I am delivering this, because I want to ensure that all of you learn this to the maximum. And I want to know whether you all are benefiting from this session. So, yes.
Yes, actually, it's a very beneficial program, Ayesh, and we really gather a lot of knowledge on it. And I just want a small suggestion regarding, actually, it could be a key which I can't identify exactly.
Uh-huh.
The key, let's say, we are working for a target value, let's say 100, should not increase 100 on doing, for an example, for any total, it should not exceed 100. So
Mhm.
once it is exceed, it should be highlighted. How can I get
Yes.
that short key? Or that's my
Yes.
suggestion.
Okay. I will teach that in the session on Thursday.
Thank you.
That is, you can use the if error. So if we can give a condition, if you can remember, I taught about if function. So let me tell you how to do that, giving the condition. Yes. So we'll discuss about it on the session that we are doing next this Thursday. Thank you, Mr. Sharan,
Thank
for
you.
your
Thank you.
request. Okay. And how about the others? Are you all benefiting from this? Any feedback that I can know?
Mr. Ayesh, uh,
Yes, Miss Sumit.
yeah, it was great to cover payroll related works, and thank you very much for you doing this kind of training.
Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Sumadu. Thank you for your feedback. Uh,
Mr. Ayesh, it's really useful for our day-to-day work. So we are learning so many things. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayesh.
all right. Thank you very much, Miss Bhagya, for your feedback.
You're
Um,
welcome, Mr. Ayesh.
okay.
Mr. Ayesh, thank you very much. The pivot table option was very useful actually because I was not aware about that
Yes.
until you show it today. So it was very
Thank you,
useful.
Mr. Ayesh.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Nirmi, for sharing your feedback. All right. So then we can conclude today's session. Thank you so much for participating throughout and learning Excel. I hope this session would have been useful for all of you, as most of you all said, in improving your daily work to do work more effectively and efficiently. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you all on Thursday.
Mr. Ayesh, I just have a small thing
Yes,
to
Miss
No,
Nirmi.
clarify
I
with
speak
you.
only with you.
Yes.
So once you stop the recording, can I share my screen and show you one
Yeah.
document?
Sure. Sure. Let me stop my sharing so you can share your screen.
Yeah, if you can stop the recording also.
All right, sure, sure. Okay, so we'll conclude the session from here. So I will be stopping the recording as well.